Hey kiddos, and welcome back to another video because, as I said, I will be trying this time. So today I thought I would do a little chit chat video in which I will rant for 30 minutes and try to cut it down to 15, and then you may or may not listen to it or watch it, but if you are interested in this type of videos as I am, please stick around. Lately, amidst this quarantine time, which is so exciting, I have been finding myself watching a lot of these videos in which people are just ranting about stuff, and I'm doing something like cooking or playing Sims or attempting to study, and I just have one of these videos popped in the background and I'm just listening to them. So I hope I can be that for you today. So because I have been spending a lot of time at home, I'm naturally putting on a little bit of weight. Now, yesterday I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought I looked a little skinny, but then today I looked at myself in the mirror and I felt fat. And obviously I'm not, but I felt like I was bigger than what I'm supposed to be. And I've been thinking, why do I put so much pressure in myself and the way I look? Because obviously, like, my body did not change since yesterday, but for some reason my perception did, and that shouldn't be the case. But sometimes, like, there's these days that I'm just like, why do you look like this? And going back to 2018, I actually deleted my Instagram for about a year. And I remember that in that year, I felt so confident. Like, my body image was not questioned, ever, to be honest. I felt like I looked good. But then the second I got back to Instagram, I've just sensed that, like, I want this makeup, I want these clothes. Suddenly there's nothing to wear. And I don't know, like, there's this added pressure. And arguably, most of the people that I see on Instagram, they're not real. And even the ones that are, like, what they look like that. It's like that whole thing of, like, one's beauty does not deny my own. But like, a lot of the time I look at, like, this really curvy girl and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. But like, the second I gain a little bit of curve, I'm freaking out. And then I see this girl that is, like, really skinny and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's beautiful, I wish I looked like that. But then I looked at myself in the mirror and I see a little booty and I'm like, oh, I love that. I keep on, like, comparing myself to these standards of beauty that, first, they're not who I am, and secondly, I feel like if I were those women, I would be questioning myself just the same way. And that's really, really fucked up. This is also the reason why I don't dye my hair, because I actually enjoy my hair color, and a lot of people say that, like, because I'm pale, it kind of contrasts and it looks good. I don't know, I'm okay with it. I don't care. My hair is, like, really curly, so I'm always straightening it and everything, and so at this point it's not that healthy. So I feel like if I were to dye it, it was just completely gone. But I think that the reason I also don't do it is because I feel like if I were to, like, dye it pink or something, which is, like, really cool, and I wish, like, when I'm 60 and I'm looking back on my photos, I can be like, oh my god, when I was that cool hip 21-year-old, I had pink hair. Like, that would be cool for the experience, but at the same time, I feel like if I were to dye my hair pink and feel, like, really good about it, but then I would go online and see a really pretty girl with my natural hair color, I would just be regretting it. And I feel like there's this, like, that social media and everything just creates on us this sort of, like, stimuli need. And you know what I mean? Like, you grab your phone, like, there's no need for you to grab your phone, but you just keep on grabbing it, and then, like, it's the same thing that you just saw because nothing has happened in the last 5 seconds that you were away from your phone, but you just need, like, new information. And if a video takes too long or something, it's like you can't handle it, and it reaches a point that I'm just so overwhelmed by every stimuli that is around me that I just need to be in complete silence for about, like, 2 minutes in order to, like, recover. Growing up, my mum, she was a huge advocate of me reading, and also, like, my parents, when I was little, they had this folder and they would draw on it, like, every day or almost every day. They would draw something so I could colour it during the afternoon. I remember doing that with my granddad, and the TV would be off. I remember my grandma would go out to, like, buy bread or something, and I would be with my granddad. I would just be colouring in what my parents drew, or he would draw something for me. I remember once he drew, like, the house that he grew up in. He, like, told me it was pink and everything, and they had, like, this really magical door that was, like, really big, and if this wood that is, like, doesn't exist anymore or something. I don't know. I thought it was, like, this magic door to this portal or something. And so yeah, like, I had really healthy hobbies. And about a year ago, when I came home, I was walking in the supermarket and I saw my teacher from preschool, and she came up to me, like we had just seen each other yesterday and not 16 years before that. So she came up to me and she asked me what I was studying at university, because she figured I'd be studying arts. And I told her that I'm actually like a political science major and Asian studies, and that I live really far away for like no reason. She was really surprised, because in preschool I would stay inside the classroom so that I could colour, or like I could paint, or I could draw, or that I could like attempt to write my name. Then in primary school I would also stay behind inside the classroom and like write things. I remember writing a lot of essays and researching a lot about Egypt, because I thought it was very mystical. Like that was me, and I feel like in essence that is still me. Every time I have a creative project, I take so much pleasure in it, but my skills are not that developed, because I've just, for years and years and years since social media became a thing, I feel like I don't really work on anything per se. I feel like in a sense, because of this whole like social media stimuli needs thing, we kind of lose ourselves. For example, last year I spent a lot of time trying to enjoy finance, and it really isn't for me. Like I really could not care less. Like I really don't care about money that much. Like I just want to have enough. Like I don't want money to be my worry, but I also don't want money to be my goal. I feel like last year I was so concerned about money that I became such an angry person. So last semester I took a finance class, and objectively it was a really good class. The professor was really professional, and he had like work experience in what he was teaching, but I felt so dumb during that class, because everyone always had something to say. People would be like sales and this and that, and just like statistics. I don't know, like I really couldn't be bothered with that shit. But I realized that like it's not that I'm dumb and that these people are smarter than me, it's just that they are studying what they're supposed to and what they enjoy, and I was really trying to be good at something that is just not for me. I think that's a really important lesson to take, is that if you're feeling really belittled, or like you're not good enough in any part of your life, it's probably because it's not for you. It's never too late to start again. For example, ever since I was 7, I really wanted to go to England, and I had this like idea of England, and like I really wanted to go there. Then when I got there, I did not care for it. As I said, my whole life I wanted to go there, so this was a bit of a shock, and obviously it was not cheap to go. I'd been preparing applications for so long. I really worked hard into getting to uni in England. I watched every single video, and like the 45-minute long videos on how to write like the essay application that UCAS enjoys. All of these people had this expectation and were congratulating me because I was living my dream. And so like I figured I'll just finish my degree and then I'll go do something else. I know it's really scary to give up and take a step back, but it's not too late, and I'm so happy that I did it. Recently, an old friend of mine that we used to study English together, she told me that basically she did 4 years, I think, of vet school, and she really loved it. She's really thankful for it, but then she realized she actually doesn't want to take care of pets, she wants to take care of people. So she went all the way back and redid the national exams, like the Portuguese national exams, to go into uni for medicine. And basically, like, you could say that she lost 4 years of her life, but she really didn't, and that's not how she sees it. And this is also not how I see my time that I spent in England, because I'm really thankful for it. I really miss it. I really miss my friends. Honestly, I do hope I get back to England at some point, but I'm just very thankful for that experience. Whatever experience you have that you later realize it wasn't for you, it shaped you into being who you are today. So yeah, like, you can find your path, and sometimes the bad things that happen, or the things that was just not for you that happen, make you realize what is actually for you. You can get lost, but you can always find your way back. And arguably, if I had never gone to England, I would have never made it to Korea, and who knows where I'll go from there. I don't know if this was interesting or not. I probably didn't conclude any of my thoughts, but you can conclude them if you want, if you agree. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.